So your relationship, or the relationship that Wrogn has with Virat Kohli, is that just a brand ambassador? Is it more than that? Because when you started in 2015, you said he was not the Virat Kohli that we know today. He was playing on the team, and he's made a massive journey since then. How is that relationship structured internally, or behind the scenes?
So I think with Virat again, I think the basic philosophy is very simple for us. Like stay true to it. So when Virat happened, 2015, what appealed was his honesty. He was so clear. I did my undergrad in the US. I just moved back to India, and India was changing. Right, you're no longer. There was a huge shift in young India, and Virat was representative of young India. Was wearing a sporting a tattoo, was it rebellious? Was it wearing earrings, was it rebellious? Beard, nobody dared even like go to a job interview or a marriage wearing or sporting a beard. But Virat Kohli is that cultural phenomenon today that 10 years later, whether it's a earring, it's tattoo, it's beard, everything is normalized. So I think with Virat, what appealed when we started, we got the brand name wrong first, and we realized that what's wrong will always be relevant for young people anywhere in the world, because young people always like to push the envelope or question the norms, right? And that's just young people across the world. And when we looked around India, we couldn't think of a better role model than Virat Kohli back in 2015. There was this guy standing up tall to everybody, just being himself. And that's what appealed to us. And while he gained success and grew, he's grown as an individual. He's harnessed all that, whatever, is aggression good or bad? Right? Like, who's to define whether, today, aggression for him has motivated him to reach to where he is. So, nothing is good or bad. It's the perspective at which you look at it. And that was what Wrong was. And with Virat, it was beautiful because when we started off, he was starting off. And as he peaked, the brand peaked. And I think we've been able, so the growth that he's seen as an individual has somewhere been parallel to where we've seen the growth of the brand. And what's remained true is we've been honest to Virat, the person. Like, it's very easy to take Virat, he's a brilliant actor. So to take him to play a character or anything, right? He can emote on anything. But we wanted to stay true to Virat, the person, not even the cricketer. So you'll never see any single ad of Wrong in the last 10 years with Virat, ever with a bat or a ball or talking about cricket or any of that. Because what people really relate to Virat Kohli is the person, the aggression, the passion, the fire, the drive, the humility, the respect, everything.
What I love about this journey, personally, I'm a huge Virat Kohli fan. And I feel like on a regular basis, the internet will start questioning, his form and whether he's done and and he'll pick up the bat and his bat will do the talking. So he's just so sure of himself. And he's had this journey where at one point he was that young, aggressive guy who was, abusing on the field. And everybody was talking about, is this a good role model for young people? And then he got married and he became a slightly different guy. And then he became a dad and he became an even more different guy. And he's just been really honest about who he is. And I think that's amazing.